I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs. If you've been wanting to make more meatless meals this year, but you don't know where to start, then stay tuned. Today, we're cooking a plant-powered pizza along with a homemade pesto for pasta and a superfood quinoa salad. Joining me to make this meat-free menu is Keith Sedita. He wanted plant-based food so much, he started his own restaurant, Flourish, to make it easier for folks to transition to a healthier diet. I certainly know I need to have a healthier diet too. So what are we gonna get started with first?
So we're making a pizza. This is gonna be our Jersey Girl pizza. So first of all, people sometimes get a little confused about pizza dough. Pizza dough is vegan. So you can get pizza dough from, the grocery store, whatever. You want to make this at home?
Now, we've got the dough. That looks normal. That's what people are expecting from a pizza. They've got the sauce. We've got the mushrooms. But now you're pouring stuff. This is a little unique. What's happening here?
Yeah, this is our pourable mozzarella. It's made with cashews.
So cashews was being the base for this?
The cashews are the base for this, absolutely, yeah. You can, if you're making this at home and you're not vegan, you can, use whatever mozzarella you want. But this pourable mozzarella, you can actually get a version of, a pourable mozzarella. I think Sprouts has it, and Whole Foods and Fresh Market.
But if someone was wanting to have something that's a little bit more firm to the touch, still being plant-based, still being vegan, there are alternatives for that as well. Yeah,
there's shredded mozzarella and other cheeses. Violife is one of the brands out there that I've seen. And there are even, I mentioned cashews, so there's nut-free vegan cheese out there too. That's important to people.
And that's important too, okay.
Yeah.
Now this looks like it's sausage, but because you guys are plant-based, this is not gonna have any pork product to it there. But is this a sausage then?
These are our sausage crumbles we make in-house. I know that people on TV can't smell it, but smell that.
I love it.
Right? Fennel, it's got all of that going on there. So food is two things. It's flavor and texture, right? And if we nail the flavor and the texture and you eat that, you've tasted our food.
I love it.
Right?
So what's going on in here then? What are some of the ingredients that you should be, having as that alternative to what a pork-based sausage would be having? So
walnuts, main ingredient. Wheat, different spices. We have, we use liquid aminos to give it some umami.
Okay.
So there's a little bit, it's not made of soy, but there's a little soy in there.
Okay.
As a result of that, and fennel, just a little smoked paprika, just really good flavor.
Nice, all right.
And then here, this is a sausage and pepper pizza with mushrooms. We call it Jersey Girl. So we have some nice bell peppers we diced up. Gives it some nice more flavor, texture, color.
Absolutely.
This is going to be delicious.
Now tell us a little bit about how the restaurant started.
Well, Jill and I, we love pizza. We're from New York and New Jersey originally, so we've been around great quality pizza throughout our lives. And we have two boys, and the four of us are vegan. Okay. And we really have a hard time finding a place to eat. Yeah. And we wanted to make it easier for people to eat this way. And
now,
so
have
we
you
created
always
a restaurant.
been vegan?
No, I started following a vegan lifestyle about 4 years ago. And when I did, I turned 50. And when I did, I started following this vegan lifestyle, and I swear I felt 40. Yeah. And I dropped 25 pounds.
That's awesome.
And so I have so much energy, we made a restaurant.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Now, is this ready to go into our oven?
Yeah, let's put it in the oven, and then when it comes out, we're going to finish it with some fun things.
Okay. So with this, how hot of an oven are we putting it into, and how long will it cook for?
Great question. So at the restaurant, we cook it at 500 degrees.
Okay.
It's in a conveyor. It takes about 3 minutes. Okay. At home, not everyone's oven goes up to 500, so maybe start at 475, 500. Okay. Maybe start at 7 minutes, or no, maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, and then just keep an eye
on it at 5 minutes.
Perfect. So to partake of our plant-based plates, get the recipes for everything Keith's making today at dinnerdeas.com. Grab your phone, open the camera app, and point at the QR code you see in the corner, and a link to us will appear for you, my friends. Now, I also am seeing, are we making a pesto too?
We are making a pesto too.
Right.
You feel like helping me?
I would absolutely love to.
All right.
Pesto is one of my favorite sauces to make. I absolutely love seeing it all come together. But I want to see how yours kind of comes together.
Sure.
So how do we start this? What do we have to put in?
So since we're into smelling things, take a whiff of the beautiful fresh basil.
I love that.
Nice?
Basil's one of my favorites. Like, it's always got to be in the house, okay? It's always got to be around, and because it's just like, I don't know, it just gets me excited. Like, there's certain herbs that just do that.
Absolutely.
Basil's one of them for me.
You can use it in cocktails. You can use it in anything. It's great. We grow it at home. So let's go ahead and start by packing in about half of that.
Half
basil.
of that in, okay. Okay. Put a little bit here. Put a little bit on this side here. We're going to go all in for it.
We can go ahead and put all of that garlic in.
Okay, all right. Put a little bit there for now. All right. Now, what is this here?
Nutritional yeast. This is a really great ingredient that's used to give vegan food, but you're trying to get that cheese flavor.
Okay.
And that's it. So you have a lot of cheese flavor
so this
added
is
to
the
it.
substitute for what Parmesan would have been.
That's the Parmesan, right?
Okay. Is this something you can easily find at your local grocery store?
Yes. You can find it in, I would say, just about any grocery store that I've been to, Publix. Or,
okay.
And then, you know, if you go to Sprouts, they have larger quantities in bulk, which is nice. And our pesto is nut-free.
Okay.
You know, we think about allergies and things like that every chance we get. So we use pepitas.
Okay.
So pepitas are pumpkin seeds. And so we use pepitas instead of pine nuts or walnuts. I'm good, thank you.
I'm going
I've
for
had
one.
plenty.
Right. You've had plenty of them? Come on. So this is in lieu of what a pine nut would have been for you. So this is going to have that.
Yes.
I love it.
So it's a nut-free pesto.
And what about the alternative in terms of cost, too? Is it cheaper to find that than having it be?
I think it's pretty similar to nuts.
Similar.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's less than pine nuts.
All right. And just a little bit of salt?
Just a little bit of salt.
Okay.
And then let's go ahead and put the lemon juice in there.
Lemon juice in there.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice. So we call it a zesty pesto, and that's the zesty part. Is the fresh
so this is just going to brighten it up and bring it all together and just give it a nice
So
little...
let's pulse that for a little bit, and then we'll make a nice paste. We'll stop. We're going to add the rest of this, and then we're going to slowly add the remaining 2 ingredients.
I love it. We'll spare you the pleasant sounds of a whirring food processor and take a quick break, because when we come back, we'll show you how to make this into the creamiest pasta ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, ideas for you for what to make tonight. Joining me in the kitchen is Keith Sedita, owner of plant-based paradise Flourish. He and his wife wanted to support their vegan kids so much, they opened their own restaurant. And today, he's been sharing his recipes made without meat or dairy, but with a whole lot of love. Before the break, we started on a Jersey grill pizza with mushrooms, mozzarella, sausage, peppers. Then we made a homemade pesto combining basil, pumpkin seeds, garlic, lemon juice, nutritional yeast, olive oil, and water, which we bleached together in the food processor. And during the break, we also cooked up some farfalle pasta, and that's the little bow tie ones. And I think, is it ready to be drained?
I think so.
All right.
Ready to go?
Let's go for it. We followed the instructions all the way through for that one there. Now, you're also going to be reserving some of the liquid, too, right?
That's correct.
See, that's all that beautiful starchy water. That just brings it all together. And then we have this beautiful pesto here that we blitzed up during the break, brought all of these beautiful flavors together. Now, how much should we be saving for you for the pasta?
I'd say about a cup. Would be perfect.
Okay. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Right to the top there.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Now, what is this here?
Just going to put in a tablespoon of butter.
Okay. Now, how and what type of butter are you using to be able to still have it be plant-based, having no animal byproducts? What's going on here?
Did I tell you we make our own butter?
That was going to be my follow-up question on that one. So you make your own butter. How do you make your own butter there, Flourish?
Coconut oil mainly.
Okay.
And you know, the food processor is our friend. So we had a few more tricks in there, and it's delicious. It's used. So there's a lot of vegan butter out there that use nuts, and we try to stay away from. We think about allergens all the time.
Okay.
the best we can, and we found making our own butter makes it more friendly for people with allergies.
So we're just going to take a nice little bit of coating of the butter within our farfalle pasta. Then what's happening next?
I'm going to go ahead and add about a 1/4 cup there of the water. Look at that. You know, farfalle also means butterfly. I think that's what that was all about right there.
It's all about that. I like that. Now, what is this that's going in?
Our house-made ricotta. So we make this at the restaurant, cashews. We sell it. You can buy it through our website and so on, but or through our online ordering, I mean.
Okay.
But anyway, if you're making this at home, you can use ricotta, whatever kind of ricotta you like. This really is so creamy. And then we have this pesto. Again, you can buy it. You can buy it at the grocery store. You can buy it from Flourish.
And now you just learned how to make it, everybody. All right.
And if you'd like, Chef, you want to go ahead and mix all that together for us,
I'd love
please?
to. I'd absolutely love to. To get Keith's recipes for his pesto pasta, pizza, and the superfood salad, go to DinnerDeeAs.com. Just scan the QR code to head there right now. All right, so I'm just going to start bringing this all together. What are we doing with the walnuts?
We're just going to toast them, bring out the flavor a little bit. This is going to be for our quinoa and chickpea toasted walnut salad we're going to make.
Okay. While our walnuts warm up, we're taking a break. And when we come back, how we combine those with our quinoa to make a hearty, healthy salad and bring it all together for our meatless menu ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Today, no animals were harmed in the making of this idea for dinner because we're doing plant-based eats with Keith Sedita. He's the owner of Tampa restaurant Flourish, and we've been cooking up 3 divine dishes. We made our own plant-based pesto from scratch and combined it with rugat and bow tie pasta. Plus, we're making a quinoa, chickpea, and toasted walnut salad while we just baked this Jersey Girl pizza that looks absolutely incredible and exactly what you would think pizza should look like. And that's going to be the fun part because, you know, plant-based, but it's still going to be delicious.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, how and what should I be doing for our salad? What would you like for me to start doing?
All right, so you have your fresh arugula.
Okay.
Let's add the quinoa.
Okay.
And the quinoa is nice and warm, so we're going to wilt that arugula a little bit.
Okay.
And then give it a nice stir, please.
All right. Now, quinoa is a hard ingredient. Do you like working with it? What's going on with quinoa?
I love it. I mean, we're so accustomed to having rice with everything, and I like rice, but, you know, this is going to give us, you know, more nutrients. You know, cost-wise, you know, you have quality rice, you know, it's more than white rice, but, you know, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
But it just gives you a lot more flavor, and it's just better for you.
Now, like, that's something too you bring up as cost. Is it expensive to go plant-based? Because I think that's one of the concerns that people might have is like, hey, if I want to eat good and I want to eat right and I want to sacrifice, I'm sacrificing things in the wallet. Is that true or not?
If you're making your own food and you shop, you can find it just comparable pricing to many other food items you would be making at home.
Okay.
I feel. So, you know, if you think about what Romano cheese costs, I mean, it's pretty expensive. So
sure.
I think that when you're using vegan cheese, it's pretty comparable.
Okay. And I'm just adding the chickpeas, and I already started with adding our walnuts. What else is going to go in?
Let's put all of that garlic in there.
And garlic as well? Okay.
And the green onions.
And were these just canned chickpeas?
Those were, absolutely, yeah. But we buy dry ones at home, and you can do the same with dry ones. But you know, when you're in a hurry and you're coming up with Dinner Diaz, right? You need to use.
You got to be in it,
right?
And then this is just a little
a couple
bit.
Pinches of salt and pepper.
Okay.
That's it. Let's give that a good mix.
All right.
Got everything in there. Beautiful.
To have these 3 plant-based treats for your dinner tonight, Keith's recipes are all on our website, DinnerDeeAs.com. Scanning the QR code with your camera is how you can get there quickest. And look at all these flavors now come together and just dance in this bowl here. All right. pass it on to you, my friend.
Absolutely.
We got the assembly station happening right over here.
So let's do the pasta first.
Okay.
We're gonna plate this up.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I love the colors. Yeah. It smells great.
Oh yeah, it does. And I like the feeling going into it that I'm already ahead of the curve by knowing I'm eating well, I'm eating healthy, because like that's something that, you know, you kind of gotta consider. I mean, like I turn my side. I feel like you know, you guys see it too, okay? I need to lose a little bit here and there, and sometimes you need to kind of splash things up. Now, what did you just splash that up with? Because like, what did you just add?
So that's almond parmesan. We sell it at the restaurant. We make that in-house. It's delicious.
Okay.
Calabrian chili peppers, my favorite. And we're gonna give it a little spice, a little color. That's gonna be really good.
That's nice.
Okay, now let's go ahead. Would you like to, let's switch here. Let's put the salad. You can use the tongs if you prefer. Maybe put that on the plate there.
Sure. I like how everything just kind of comes together because that quinoa just wilted just a little bit so it can stick to everything. Mm-hmm. We have our chickpeas and our toasted walnuts here.
Golden turmeric vinaigrette we have.
Now, what are the added benefits of having turmeric inside your dressing?
I think the biggest thing is the anti-inflammatory part. It's just really healthy for you. You know, you can get fresh at the grocery store. You can make, you know, and freeze is fine too. You know, if you buy a lot, just leave it in the freezer.
Sure.
Take out what you need and shave it a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna fan some fresh avocado on top.
I like that already.
There, and just a little chiffon of fresh basil.
Just a little
on
more
top.
basil, just to kind of like get everything going.
Brighten it up a little bit.
I love it because when we come back, it's time to taste test our meat-free menu ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. If your goal for 2024 was to eat less meat, well, we're here to help you with 3 ideas for dinner from Keith Sedita, owner of plant-powered Tampa restaurant Flourish. We made a vegan pizza along with a homemade pesto for pasta and a superfood quinoa salad. And the beauty of all of these dishes, you can customize them to your own food goals. Whether it's eating less meat, cutting out dairy, or even making them allergy-friendly meals, you have that freedom to do just that.
Yes, you do.
Where should we begin? Take me on this voyage, because I'm ready to like eat healthy and still eat delicious.
I'm ready to eat that pizza.
Pizza first?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it.
Cheers.
Now, cheers to that. Now tell me a little bit more about the Jersey Girl pizza. What should we be tasting for again?
That fennel sausage, I think is really going to stand out.
And again, no meat.
No.
I think that's the joy, is that, you know, there's a stigma that you're going to be sacrificing flavor and quality by having healthier items, right? Mm-hmm. That's not the case. You still taste what you would be tasting from a sausage
You're not
pizza.
going to sacrifice on flavor at Flourish, for sure.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much.
All right, pasta, salad, where are you going?
Let's go to the salad.
Gotta eat our greens. My mom always said, you gotta eat your greens. Now, these were loaded, though. These are all superfoods inside is.
There's a lot going on there. That's really good.
Now, tell us, what are you tasting? Because I'm getting a hit of that vinaigrette and that color.
The turmeric vinaigrette, for sure. And I like the nuttiness of the quinoa. And the walnuts really stand out.
It's got a nice little crunch to it. Now, these are items that you can find at the grocery store.
All of it.
And you could slowly start incorporating this into your diet.
It's just, you know, I started eating this way about 4 years ago, and I lost 25 pounds, and I just felt better. And I think that I hear people tell us that story every week. We hear more and more stories from our guests who come in And they're just offering this information. They're just so excited that we have something available to them. They're on this journey to eat healthier, and it's difficult. It really is. People aren't vegan sometimes because they're lazy. They tell us that. It takes a little planning, but it takes having great restaurants available to you, or grocery stores. I mean, the shelves it's growing, right? You see how many different nut milks and oat milks are out there now, and different cheeses. So I think with a little bit of planning and a will to do it, and people will eat a whole pizza and tell me, I can't believe I just ate a whole pizza and I don't feel like I have to take a nap.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So let's see if that can still ring true on pasta. Because I know when I have pasta, it's like I'm ready for bedtime. But your pesto still has all the flavors that you would think the pesto should. The basil is always going to be the star.
Right.
Right. But you're still getting that creaminess, and you're still getting some great flavors behind it, like you did. And the Calabrian chili, come on now. Gives it a little bit of that punch right there.
And then the ricotta. If you think about ricotta is just recooked cheese. It doesn't have any flavor. When you make it from scratch like we do, it has fresh garlic and basil and so much more flavor going on. And I think it tastes better. It really does. And that combination with the pesto is really nice.
Oh, it absolutely is. Thanks again to Keith's the Data. A link to Flourish is at our website, dinnerdeas.com, where you can download all the recipes we made today. And whether you make one or all of them, take a picture and let us know. I'm Jeff Philbin. See you next time with more Dinner Dias.